Bonjour, bonjour, hello, hello, and welcome to Travels Around My Heart, the place where I dig into the emotions of what travel brings to us. So, last week I had a really cool conversation with one of my friends who also happens to be a mother. And she used to work in the tourism industry, was very involved, and now she's at home. So, of course, with COVID-19, things are not helping. But she really is missing travel so much. And she doesn't have the money to travel, or she doesn't have the time to travel. And that really made me think about, okay, there have to be tips, there have to be things that we can do to share our love of travel with our children and make us feel that we travel. I don't have kids, but I have nieces and nephews who, when I go and see them, they always get completely, I would say, they probably look at me like, who is this mad woman who travels the world? But I don't care because I'm planting the seeds in their brain, which is really what matters the most. So I then thought, okay, you know what? This is great. I'm going to think about a few things. And also, I have another friend who has older children. So I decided to, call her and tap into her wisdom. And I came up with a few things as well of my own. So I would love to share 3.5 tips. And I'll explain why there is only a half. About how we can share our passion of travel with our children, or even and big and not maybe tall or big children as small children, and old or young. That's what I meant. And how we can be part of that journey, because this is how it starts. Yeah, it's also something that we do for us to bring a lot of pleasure in our life, especially if we are now grounded, as so many people still around the world are. So tip number 1, make a deal. And this is for almost the grown-up children, the one who can already travel on their own, or who plan on going on their own. So I would say you can maybe even start when they are 14 or 15. Pay for half of their ticket. And if you do that, that will give them the motivation and the whoops, the vavavoom, to actually start planning. And you can be part of the planning as well, which is brilliant. One of the massive advantage of that is that if you are part of the work and the research, you will, as a parent, also feel so much reassured when it comes to health and safety when they go abroad. You can create rules and boundaries with them. Something that's so useful that so many women never do is set clear boundaries in their relationships or at work or in relation to money. So here is an amazing opportunity to also teach a lesson to these, teenagers, and tell them, okay, what are the structures and the rules that we're going to create together so that I can feel safe as a mother, but I can also let you go and live your life and be independent, because that's, what they're supposed to be and do. Structure for communication as well, which is very important. Tip number 2, it is to, when you start this with them, to also share a vision board. But actually, you could be thinking and planning about your own holiday and involving your children of any kind of age to create a vision board together. So you could also have 2 separate, and let's say your daughter is 18, is planning on going to Peru, and you could do your own research and create a vision board for her of all the beautiful things that you think she would gain from experiencing. She could do hers, and you could share that together. Or if you had young kids, you could share a vision board together. They could do their own anyway. That's, kind of like the same. But it enables you to be really creative. It enables you to dream. It enables you to also, if you have been to that country, to share lessons and to communicate with the kids on a different level. Another thing that you can do is connect, through a Facebook group that is, like one of those, and find, especially when it comes around to safety, find a local contact that they can hook up with. That's it. But the most beautiful thing about this is, for me, is to be sharing your vision and your children's vision together and see what beautiful vision you can create. Yes. Tip number 3.5. I'm actually putting 2 down in my page with my notes here to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. I've put them together, and these are for younger kids. I would love to say that the best thing you could do is to hire an au pair who from a different country, and also, of course, receive or host an exchange student. But it's COVID-19 still, so that's kind of hardly possible. Maybe it is a possibility where you are, so explore that. So continuing from that, I think the best option really is to hook up with, or to call a university that has a lot of foreign students still on campus, if that's a reality in the country where you are, and to invite them for dinner, and to make them feel less lonely, because of course they will be away from their family. So for them, it is a time that is also very, very stressful. And my other tip, which goes together, is to watch my videos and to use the videos of travels around my bedroom as a way to create activities. So let's say you're inviting a foreign student or watching the videos. You can research with your students the games that they do in that country. You can research the tourist attractions. You can research the music. You can research the food and cook together. There is so much that can be done to recreate at home the atmosphere of a country. By the way, I will do another Travels Around My Heart about that next week, because I'm so happy. I am taking my first trip abroad in 4.5 months, and I'm going to the UK this weekend. And I had a friend call me and ask me for a challenge, and I really wanted to share that challenge with you. So I'll film that when I'm in England for a few days. So thank you very much. If you have any other tips to share, then please comment. And one thing that I forgot, my 3.5 tip is really also super cool to organize kids' birthday parties. So there you are. I'm finished. Thank you very much. On the 10 minute today, shabang, I'm getting better. Bye bye.